Hello, Esmeralda. It's good to see you, and we finally finished this rental. Welcome to your home. Come on in. Have some candy. Mickey welcomes you. We're just going to show you around a little bit, show you what we've done since we moved in. We absolutely love your residence here, and I think it'll be a very nice stay. We're trying to make it as comfortable as possible. So come on in, we'll show you around a little bit. We made good uses of the space. Luckily we have the right tables, the right size, everything just kind of fit. Some things we had to do to make it work, but this was just unbelievable that it fit. So anyway, come on in. Let's continue to take a tour of the house. I'm going to direct your attention to the lighting in the house. So as you can see, we have switched out pretty much all the lights that you had, but we did save everything. So we have all of your fixtures in the storage room boxed up very nicely for you. Well, so far what we did at the entry here is we put in the ceiling fan, which does a very nice job of circulating the air in here. We'll turn it on now for you. When we have the air conditioning running, or whether we are just sitting here without the air, this ceiling fan just kind of throws a nice breeze over the living room area. It's very nice. So you now have that fixture. As you can walk through, you can kind of see, I just mentioned the air conditioner. We put in a Boston Bay, full standing air conditioner. Everything is worked by remote control or touch. Very nice, and it cools the entire area down. Very nice. It gets so cold sometimes that we have to actually turn it off, or we use our blinkies. Snuggle up, watch a nice movie. It's very nice. So anyway, come on into the living room. Show you some of the things we did. We did hang some pictures, as you can see on the wall over there. I think it adds a very nice touch to the room. You have very good picture space in here, which is nice. I'm going to show you the moonlight that we have, that we changed that fixture. 3 different colors. I'll turn it off for you. That's one color. That's the second color. And that's the third color. It almost looks like stars in the moon. It's a very nice light fixture. Even with this light here, you grab the remote control. 3 different colors. Depends on how warm you want it to feel in here. A lot of the lighting that we put in has that feature. So like I said, once again, very nice lighting. The rest of your lights was fabulous in the first place. So we are really enjoying it. The lighting is just amazing. We did order we bought this little table just to kind of hold the internet and the phone, a couple of books. We did order a lampshade. It hasn't arrived yet, but it does match with the curtain, the actual blind that we had installed. So we made sure we had all the blinds in the house installed. We kept the half moon window. That's a very nice feature. But we made sure that all the windows were still workable. So we made sure they put them at the proper height, where we could open up the windows daytime, let the breeze come through the house. We picked out a nice blind. Like I said, it matches with the cover that we have. Very easy to operate. During the day, this is really nice because I can pretty much stop it about right there. And as you can see, you can still see the outside. It's a little dark now because it's nighttime, but in the daytime, it lets light through each one of these sections. But if we want the privacy, we can just scroll a little bit further. And now everything is completely closed off. So a lot of the times when we watch movies here, we turn all the lights off. It's nice and dark and cozy. And like I said, we snuggle up on the couch. If it's a little cool from the air conditioner, we get our blankets. And it's a very relaxing time. So we're making the best uses of your house, believe me when I tell you. All right, let's take a walk through. This area over here, I pretty much use for my musical setup here that I play music sometimes. We are planning to put a picture and another picture up. So this area is really not done yet, but we're just trying to make this like a nice little cozy area where we can just kick back and relax and just enjoy the large space that this house actually provides. Shall we continue? We're using this section over here basically just our little exercise equipment for Jet. It's a nice place to store it away when she doesn't bring it out to the center to work out. We also are utilizing your nice table that you left us, and we're using that for our little copy area for our Xerox copy machine. We did have to change the plug out to operate this because the plug that was originally in here was for an air conditioner. We couldn't find an adapter at all for that, so we ultimately just changed the whole plug out. Now it's usable. We do have our guest bathroom that we've completely changed over. I'll let you go on in there and walk around and take a look. It's been repainted to a chocolate brown, and it blends right in with your gray tiles. It looks very nice. We had to install sprayers. There were none in this bathroom and the two front bathrooms in those bedrooms, the en-suites. So we put a sprayer in each bathroom. We already had one in the master. That was the one that you installed. So now you have pretty much heavy duty too. This is heavy duty sprayer. And we had that installed. It works like a charm. Beautiful. Threw a mirror up. And we threw a nice hanging bar across just for the guests. If someone takes a shower or just to wash your hands and dry your hands, we always keep complimentary towel. So that's the bathroom. Still a little bit of things I like to do, like maybe right over there, maybe put up a flower or something hanging down, just to give it a more of a decorative look. That's what we like to call powder room. You'll probably recognize your dining room set, and we'll keep it at nice and order. I even have, you probably saw over on the other tables, pretty much every table, it's wood or glass. We have coasters that we use to try to preserve the actual wood and not to stain the glass. So once again, we have 7 of your chairs now. We just keep one extra over in the corner just in case we have a 7th person. We really don't have that many visitors. So it's been working out for us. However, take note to your light. Once again, we have changed out the light. And I will show you that this is also 3 colors. That's a warm color. That's a pretty bright color. And then that's a different white that we're using here. So, very nice light fixture. It adds a really nice artsy flavor to the room. Let's continue to the kitchen. Since you put in such a big island, we decided we should get some stools for the island so you can actually sit here and eat. Very nice stools. Believe it or not, I had to ship them from the US. Cost me a lot of money to get them in here for customers. But I like to have fun in these chairs. So anyway, Big island, we love it, and we complemented it with our stools. Very comfortable to sit here and eat, have a conversation with whoever's in the kitchen at the time cooking. Once again, we changed out your lights. I remember you had the red, blue, and green lighting. So now we have a light there and a matching one right over the island, made of like a copper tone. And once again, you could see even these lights change colors. That's one color, that's another color, and there's another color. Same thing with this light over here over the kitchen island. There you go. And there you go. So, like I said, every single light fixture we put in here, we gave you the option of making it bright, like the rest of the bright lighting in here, or you can make it warm and cozy. So that's what we've done so far. Also, we have set up a blind system in the kitchen on all 3 windows. I'm going to go ahead, once again, like I said, everything is still usable. We made sure that when they put all of these blinds in, we wanted them at the right height so we don't take away from anything that the window has to offer, which is a nice cool breeze when we have a cross breeze with all these windows open, in the open position. So here's the blind. This is how this one works. It's a pretty nice look because you have wood at the bottom of the windowsill. So we picked kind of like a wood tone color. And we're going to bring them down. They work very easy, very nice. Once again, if we want to have lighting coming through, we can situate it like that. And through these sections allows a really nice ray of light coming into the kitchen without any lighting on in the daytime. It's beautiful. But if we want privacy, especially at night, we like to go ahead and just adjust. Now this is a complete blackout blind. You cannot see in or out. And we have the same feature throughout the kitchen. And I'll just go ahead and work it down for you. I'm going to lift over the stove a little bit. There we go. Same deal. And then if you walk this way, this was the big window. Same deal. And there you have it. And you can black it out if you want, just like that. While we're in the kitchen, we pretty much kept everything the same like you had it. We added a little rack here just so we can hold our soaps, okay? We added a little dish rack, which a lot of times once we wash the dishes, dry and put them away, we even collapse this and put it down here in our pot and pan area. So it's just out of the way. But when we need it, we pull it out and there you have it, okay? We do need to change the faucet at some point because this faucet really doesn't give us the power that we need. We had to do this just to get a good stream of water. Otherwise, it's a spray, but the spray is just not powerful enough to wash the dishes. So eventually, I'll change this out and put a really nice one on. And hopefully, it gives us a little bit more water pressure. So that's what we did so far. We did change the handle here because there was a wood handle on here. So we went out and got the matching handles that you already had on here. And so now everything flows and looks very nice. Organized everything as far as our strainers and bowls and things like that. But everything is clean, organized, just like I like to live. What we did, this was an area where I know you made mention of a dishwasher, but I was a little skeptical about a dishwasher because I'm a little skeptical about the water pressure. And by the way, a dishwasher needs hot water. So it would have been a little crazy. But one thing I noticed when I was in here cooking one day, I had no place to put my knives and forks. I had no place to put spices, even though I have this nice little spice rack here. I decided, hey, why don't we have drawers put in? So that's what we did. We put a drawer in, nice and neat. Everything's in there. Now I'm readily available when I'm here working at the stove. to cook and do what I need to do. Same thing when I'm working at the stove. If I need spices, we put a nice little spice rack in. So that's nice. It's convenient because if I'm over here working on the stove, I can just reach down, look and see what I need, pull it out, use it, put it right back. Same thing. If I need some sort of a utensil, everything is right here. Because at first we were actually working from underneath the cabinetry down here like you see in there, okay? And this is just extras that I don't use very often, so I left them there. But this, I needed to be readily available for me. In the bottom, I don't know, we're using this basically as a baking drawer. So we don't have much in there yet, but this is like our baking pots, baking pans, cutting boards, things like that. But the moral of the story is not what we have in there. It's that we had the drawers installed, and then we put the longer rails on that match with the smaller rails, so we can hang towels, things like that. Just makes everything very convenient. Kept all of the cabinetry the same. We still have all of your dishes in place. We just kind of move things around, and then we have our own on the second and first row, as well as up in these cabinets. These are pretty much all of your dishes that you left here. So we just basically took them from underneath and arranged them nice and neatly in there for you. So when you come home, everything's available. We are utilizing this cabinet space, as well as this cabinet space, as well as this cabinet space. So everything is convenient for us in the kitchen area. Okay. Once again, just using the cabinets the best we can as far as storage is concerned, but we make sure everything is organized and clean at all times. Because of the ants, we had to pull a little stunt here that Chet came up with. So she actually put a couple trays down here with water in it, and then we store the stuff like potato chips and things like that in a container. Now the ants just can't get to the bags by crawling up the wall. They have to go through the water, and they're not doing that. So this has been working out like a charm. This is one of the ways that we're dealing with the ants, because unfortunately, we do get a lot of ants in here and other bugs. So this is kind of taking care of that problem. So I did mention earlier about cooking. And just so we can show you, we bought a brand new stove. It's somewhat similar to the stove that you had. I believe it's even the same brand. 3 burners at different intensities. And then we have the electric burner back here. And just in case of a brownout or a blackout, we can still cook without using the electric burner. We still have the gas that still remains in place. Nice stove, does what it has to do. We have the cover for the stove to keep it clean once we clean it. And it has some features. It's a very nice stove. It has a light inside. If you look close, you can also see it has a convection fan, so you can cook your food throughout evenly at an even temperature and heat intensity. So it's nice. The unfortunate part, to me, the oven is a little bit slow to warm up, but remain patient. The food is good when it's done. It does get to cooking. Also, it has a feature of a rotisserie. So if you wanted to actually rotate a chicken, we go back in our baking drawer here, and we can simply clamp our chicken onto these clamps and be very careful because these are very sharp. You would actually put the chicken on this pole here. These would stick in, and there's a little tiny area back there to sit in it. And if you come close, you can see, I'm going to turn the rotisserie on. And it simply just rotates your chicken. Naturally, you would just simply take out this while that chicken cooks. I can't wait to eat. Anyway, that's a nice little feature that stove offers as well. So I'm going to take this back out, reposition this, and there you have it. It's a very nice appliance. I enjoy it. Different features, like I said. Electric start. You do not need to use a lighter anymore. And I know your last stove was pretty much the same way. It was an electric start. So speaking of appliances, we'll move over this way. We have removed your refrigerator that you had here. It made a lot of noise. I do have to get a light bulb because the light bulb inside the refrigerator was not working. And it's still not working. We did not get rid of your refrigerator, we still have it, and I'll show you that in a second. But what we did is put this nice Panasonic in. It has all kind of bells and whistles and different features. You can just push button and do different things with this, okay? It has the top half, which is the refrigerator itself. Plenty of storage. You have different sections. So you can actually have this at one temperature, your drawers at another temperature. And then the freezer is below with an ice maker as well and a freezer drawer. So nothing to write home to mom about, but it's a very nice refrigerator and it does its job. Let's move on. Just some additional features that we put in for our own comfort level. Not to say something you want to keep or anything like that, but we did buy a smart microwave, which does a host of things. Defrost, all kind of cooking and baking. It's not only a microwave to heat up your food, but it has a lot of space inside there. It's very deep. So you can actually put a whole turkey in there, actually. That's how big it is. So very nice microwave. I use it. The kids don't use it that much. Maybe they're still getting used to it, but I use it all the time. And then we threw in a nice little water dispenser with cold, normal, and hot water. Very nice because you can hide the bottles away. It's not one of the type where the bottle is on the top. We'd rather have something nice and pretty like a plant on the top. So this is a very nice one. And that's really about it, you know? That's about it. That's the kitchen area and the living room area and the one comfort room that we showed you so far. Let's just take a quick walk into the storage area. Pardon me, I don't know what this looks like yet, but let's go in. So as you can see in the storage area, your washing machine still sits where it's at, and we use it all the time. It's a good washing machine. I love the brand Samsung. I think I had a couple of those when I was in the US. So we're still using it. It works like a charm. What we did is added a same color Whirlpool dryer. And this dryer is very nice, has lights inside of it. It has all the bells and whistles. You can use this dryer to do so many different things. All fancy with the lights and all that stuff. So we use this quite a bit as well. We did have it vented. So it goes vent right to the outside of the house. No problems, no fire hazards. And I'll always go back there and maybe check and make sure there's not dust, things like that that can create a fire. Also, if you step in now, the refrigerator I told you, here's your refrigerator. You can hear the sound it makes. And it gets very, very hot. I think that's just a normal thing. But the sound was the problem. So what we did is we decided to put it in storage, but hey, use it. So we are still using the refrigerator. It's just an option for some of the food, so we don't just pack up the refrigerator out there. I'm a true believer, if you don't pack a refrigerator so tight, the motors don't have to work as hard to keep everything cool, and your refrigerator will last longer. So here's an option that we're using. So it still gets nice and cold, and there's just no light. And I did go to the store to try to find a light for this refrigerator. I'm still on the search for it. Once again, for our own comfort, we put our own freezer in. Once again, not to say that it's something that wouldn't necessarily stay here, but we're just showing you that we're trying to really, and this is really good because when we have brown house, we could throw a bunch of food in there actually. And as long as we keep everything closed, that food will stay frozen for quite some days, actually. So we don't really have to worry too much about the food in the refrigerator. after a day or so opening and closing the refrigerator door. Anyway, storage is now wide open. We kept your mattress back there. We have our own stuff. We have your lighting in boxes. Anything that we took out that was yours, we did put it in the boxes and store it away. So it doesn't seem like a lot. And it really isn't a lot. I was amazed that we was able to do this and still have so much storage space, you know. So we kept all the poles for the curtains that you had up, as if like when you had this curtain up. This is in fact the only room that we didn't do a blind in, or just didn't think that we really needed one in here, and because everything is money, right? So what we did is we kept all the poles and everything. We kept all of the curtains that you had. We have everything stored away as far as that's concerned. So nothing's missing out of your house. Everything is still as it was when we moved in. It's just that we changed some things around, as you can clearly see. So once again, we have our own stuff in here, and it's working out perfect. And we still have plenty of room for storage, actually. Once again, because of the ants, what we did is we bought this rack, and this stuff actually will not be on this rack. This will be used for food, as you can see, like the juices. We do have rice in here. We're getting a little empty, but we had to pull the same stunt with the bucket and the water to keep the bugs out. So we're going to be doing the same thing on this shelving here. All right, I think that's it. And as you can see, we did have something done about the hole in the ceiling that leads up to the attic. We kept the framing. I guess they found that. Maybe that was upstairs. I'm not sure. You would have to tell me. But everything was put back into place, so we don't have to worry about that. The attic is secure now. All right. We'll take a quick walk upstairs. Everything is nice and neat. The lighting out here, we're going to have to actually change the lighting because, as you can see, we have it on now, but it goes dim after a while. This would probably be better to show you during the daytime, but if you step out here, we did put a nice little arrangement of furniture. Now, your chairs that were pretty much right there. Lost my slipper there. And then we put our own arrangement up here as well. Couple chairs. And we'd have to come up here in the morning and have some tea, coffee. It's too hot to be up here during the day, per se. But in the evening, it's really nice. We can even put up our umbrella. So like I said, once again, we're really utilizing the house in a way where it's almost like being on vacation all the time. You see, we have the umbrella out here. And if you go over there and look back, it's nice to come out here and just kind of relax. Pretty good. I'm probably so dark you can't see me, so. But I think you get the point. It's very nice up here. And we're enjoying the balcony area. So the only real big feature that we didn't talk about was the paint. So we decided to make a focal wall in the living room here. And we painted it gray. I think it came out wonderful. Painters did a very nice job on this, just to give it some depth. And what we also did, if you look around, the molding, we just kind of made it more into an updated look, because the wood, I had it in my old house, and it was beautiful in its day. And not to say it wasn't beautiful here, but white off the white and off the gray just makes everything really pop. So if you follow the track around, you can see we did that in every single room in this house. Come over to the kitchen. Once again, accent wall in gray. So far you've seen that we've painted one side of the kitchen, the focal wall in the living room, and now you will see all of the bedrooms. We've also painted the bathroom just to give it a good, deep, dark, cozy feel when you're in the ceiling. Let's go take a look at the bedrooms. Okay, we're going to start with bedroom number 1. This is Art's room. Let's make sure he's awake. Hey, Art. Do you mind if we come in your room for a little bit? Thank you. We'll be right out. Okay? Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to go to Art's room. Welcome. Let's take a look around. We'll close the door because Art makes a lot of noise. So, once again, the paint. We painted everything in here gray. We put the white borders up, once again, if you follow it around. We also kept the white border that you originally had on the doors. And we thought to keep the doors the same color that you had. Because look at how nice they match with the wardrobe that we put in for Art. And the dresser that we put in. So we just thought everything kind of ties in with the tan doors, the white borders, and the gray paint. It looks absolutely beautiful. Okay? And we did, once again, the blinds in this room as well. These are blackout blinds. Everything still works like normal. And then, when Art wants his privacy, easy come, easy go. The outside is completely closed off. There are 2 windows in this room, pardon me. And so we did the same thing over here as well. Same color blind, very nice feature. And we'll just let that hang right there. So this is Art's bedroom. Didn't do much more to it but paint. Put in the fixtures. We did move this bed, I believe, was in the master bedroom. We moved it into this one. Okay? And it's working out very nice. Art CR, once again, I hope it's clean. You know he's a boy. You know how we are as boys when we're younger. But his CR was as well painted. Gray with the white borders. We did put the sprayer over there in his room as well, on the other side of the toilet. So this is our CR. We put a mirror up for him. And everything else remains as it was. So I think it all came out beautiful. We even took the power lines for the shower and we had them put molding on and make it a much more neater look. And paint that. So that's Art's room. We'll go ahead and turn off his lights to conserve electricity. Okay, here we are at bedroom number 2. This is Kia's room. Let's take a look. Kia's always busy, but we'll see. We're going to disturb her. Kia? Hey, do you mind if we take a look in your room?
Sure.
Well, come on out. Thank you. Come on in, guys. Welcome to Kia's room. Okay, guys, so we're in Kia's room now. Once again, same deal with the doors. We thought it was just a nice touch to keep everything the way they were when we found it when we moved in here to your fabulous home. We did paint her room as well, gray. We kept the same color scheme. I know back in the day, I had a million different colors going through my house. Back in the 90s, the early 2000s, that was the thing. Different room, different color. Now the trendy thing is keep everything one color and accent it with your fixtures with color. So that's what we pretty much did in this house. So once again, the room is all gray with the white borders throughout. We kept the white borders around the door. And this is it. Come on in and take a look. What we did here, there was a bed that was actually in the front room, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but that bed was being eaten apart by termites. And it was every time we would move that bed or shift it, you could see more and more of the bed just falling into crumbs on the floor. We were constantly cleaning up the crumbs from the termites. We thought that was a very bad thing to not only have the bed in the house, but that can transfer into other things in the house that are made of wood. So we got rid of that bed. To be very, very clear, that bed is no longer in the house. It was completely, like, really destroyed. It looked good, but it was termite infested, so we removed it out of the house. What we had to do was go have a bed built. So Ratan, we had to build this whole bed. And now the house, I believe, at least with the furniture, is safe from termites. And the great thing about the Philippines is you guys build your houses over here out of concrete, and glass, and steel. So hopefully that minimizes the effect of the termite situation, that we got rid of that bed out of this house. But anyway, we're here. Once again, same thing. Now this blind is already down because Kia was in here and she wants her privacy. Arts was up. Art really doesn't care. Okay. But she's a girl, so she wants her privacy. But we did put the blinds in here as well. It's a nice color. It's beautiful. It's girly. And so once again, it works pretty much the same as all the other blinds. Is that this is also a blackout blind. So once you close it, it's blacked out. You can't see out. No one can see in. Everything still works as advertised. Beautiful. I love it. I'm going to put it back down for her because she's probably going to come right back in here with you. But like I said, we didn't change much in the bedrooms. The first two bedrooms. You'll see what we've done in the master in a second. But let's look at her CR. Happy Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day for Kia every day. Let's take a look. Welcome to Kia's bathroom. Once again, we painted everything gray. And we put in a nice little mirror for her. And once again, we put a sprayer in here as well. Unfortunately, we put all the sprayers on the left side over here, depending on which way you face it. If you're looking at it now, it's on your right side, because it would interfere with the toilet paper and other things that we've done in here. So, but it came out really beautiful with the paint. Once again, everything is white throughout on the ceiling. The only reason why we didn't put a molding on this one here is because the way the wire is, it wasn't really long enough to do what we wanted to do. But Art's wire was really kind of hanging in his room, so we had to do something with that. So we just kept this like kind of normal flow, and it still looks very nice. So, and the good news is I'm coming into the kids' room, and their rooms are pretty clean. That's awesome. So that tells me that the kids are actually taking care of the house as well. Okay? So let's go now and see the main bedroom, the master bedroom, and let's let Kia get back to what she was doing. Okay. Follow me. Welcome to the master bedroom. So here we are in the master bedroom. We have actually so much space in this bedroom that we were able to put a little living room in here for ourselves. Very nice. I'm going to put the lights on so we can really get a good look. But as you can see, the warm feeling with just the lamps in here. Now, one thing I would like to do is just take this picture, Velcro it, and put it right over the bed center. Maybe a little higher. But you can see how nice that's going to look. So right now, I just have it stored over here. But we'll get that up eventually. But just look how warm it is in here with just the lamps. But now I'm going to bring up the lights so we can really get a good look at the room. So like I said, we're utilizing the space because this is a very large master bedroom. This is awesome. And we were able to actually get that little small love sofa in with a nice stylish kind of table, right? We even have Chet's little pocketbook and spoon on the table. It's a nice touch. Couple of books, so if you want to sit over here and read. We have a beautiful clock, man. It's kind of like stands out right there at you, right on the wall. And then what we've done is we brought my bed that I brought with me from Manila and we put it over here. So this is the sleeping area. That's the living room area. And then we just pretty much have our dresser with the TV up. Very nice. Once again, we have a new fixture in here. And what we've done is we put a ceiling fan in for you, which works by remote control again. Light, as you can see, that's one color. That's another color. And I think maybe this light only has one color. But very nice. And the ceiling fan throws a very nice little kind of a breeze, just to keep the air moving, especially when the hot days and it's hot and muggy. It's just enough to get the air moving. I'm not saying that this 3-bladed ceiling fan is going to keep you cool, even though it does keep me cool at night. During the day, it really doesn't do much for me, but it does move some of the air around, which is nice. What's nice about it, you guys have already had the Boston Bay air conditioner in every room. So we utilize that as well. And with this and that, it gets too cold actually. I gotta turn one of them off. You know, but this is a nice thing. Right now I'm feeling like a nice little downdraft as I stand there with the fan. But once again, that's the fixture that we changed. So like I said before earlier in the video, all of your fixtures we kept. But this is like an upgrade, and I think that not only does it give you light, it does a couple of things. It gives you some breeze now as well. So it's a nice little feature that we threw in, okay? So anyway, that's the bedroom. I'm gonna bring you over now to the blinds. Once again, same thing. We chose this color blind for this room. Everything has been painted gray. All of the moldings are white throughout. And now, you can see the blinds that we put in here. Very nice, matches perfectly with the paint scheme. Once again, with these particular blinds, you can allow the light to come in. You might be able to see that very clear now. So you'll get a picture and an idea of how this would look during the daytime when the morning sun is coming through. It's beautiful. But if we want to black it out, because we do every night, especially when it's bedtime, you just adjust it a little bit, and now that's completely blacked out. You can't see in, I can't see out. And if you get close enough, you can see how it's picking up the grays, the different colored grays, as well as the beiges and tans. It's very nice, very nice. And when it's lifted, once again, yes, everything still works. As far as screens, windows, no problems. Everything works. As I like to say, it's advertised. The only one that I gotta get, there was no magnetic stop, like this magnetic stop here. There was none here when we moved in. So what happens is when we close this, this has a tendency to stick out. Now I've been managing to adjust from the bottom first and then stick that in, and it stays nice. But I'm gonna look for one of those magnetic things to screw one back down in there so this works properly. That way it doesn't cut into the blinds as we lower and lift it. Let's close these now anyway, since it's nighttime. And we need to stop. Each one of these blinds doesn't stop at the base of the window. We have to extend these blinds. Look how far they come down. So they go down This is the base of the window here, look. Another foot. So that's a very nice feature. I don't keep them that low. I normally keep them about right up about there. But you do have the extra. I don't know why you would need it, but we gave the extra to make sure that everything was covered. Okay. Let's walk over now what we've done here. It used to be, you remember, your cabinet that the man came to pick up. That was here. You remember the colors. Same thing. We had everything painted gray throughout. White moldings, once again. And we had this whole thing built in. Solid. It ain't going anywhere. Plenty of storage space for long clothes, short clothes, folded clothes. Okay? Same thing on my side. Throughout. We even put a makeup table, Esmeralda. When it's time for you to go out to dinner one day, when you get back to the Philippines and you're living back in your own home, you have a makeup table with drawers. We didn't just stop there. We put a glass top on. That way it's very easy to keep clean. If any makeup spills or anything, lotions, you can just simply wipe it up. And as Chet did, she actually put pictures underneath of the glass. Very nice touch. We have had this whole thing lit up. So what we've done is we've had lighting put in. Very nice feature. A mirror. Full mirror so you can see. Once you get dressed, you make sure everything is proper before you leave the house. So this is a very nice feature. We had all nickel bars put in to hang the clothes in each section where clothes hang. Hidden door. Open it up. More closet space. I put 2 bars, one on this side and one on the other side. So now you can go in here, you can have clothes. These are all a lot of my suits, business suits and things. Plenty of room on both sides. Easy to get to your clothes, especially when you're utilizing the type of hangers we use, where the actual hanger turns. So you can just kind of like you're going through a clothing store to see what you want to wear. Very convenient. Plenty of space in the bottom. I'm still working on organizing. So bear with me. I just have a few bags thrown at the bottom with some more of my shoes and things like that. Also above it, we have space up here for hats, and we have motorcycle helmets up there, as you can see. Chet's using her cubby holes for clothes, folded clothes, pocketbook displays. Very nice. It is a bit high, so a lot of the times, especially for Chet, we'll utilize so she can get up here to do what she needs to do, and even up top to grab pocketbooks and things like that. So we really try to think things through here to make this as workable as we can. We even put in clothing valets. So maybe we want to decide what we're wearing today. Maybe Chet says, I wonder how this would look. Maybe with this. Well, as you can see, it clearly doesn't match. But the valet is serving its purpose, so you can kind of hang up your clothes and see kind of how you want to do or what you want to wear on that particular day before you go out. I even put one on my side as well. So I might say to myself, maybe I'll wear this shirt and I can hang it there. And then I can kind of figure out what pants I want to wear with it. Maybe I'll say, yeah, that looks kind of good. That's what I'm wearing. Off to the shower I go. And everything's waiting for me when I come back out on my clothing valet. when we're not using the clothing dolly anymore, we put everything back like we found it, nice and neat. Because I like to keep everything in order. We simply retract that quickly. I'll put your closet back like I found it, Chip. And once again, that's it. So I think that the closet came out wonderful. As you can see, I'm even using the tops as storage. Now, I just only have one bin up there right now, but I have a couple more on the other side that we're using to, if you will, we're still organizing, okay? You can see we have a shoe rack at the bottom. And by the way, the closet is deep enough where you can actually put 2 pairs of shoes back to back. So if you come look here, I have a shoe here and shoes in the back. So I can get many, many pairs of shoes on here if I needed to. We'll straighten out all that later. Same thing, you can see it now wide open here where Chet actually has sneakers and boots, so forth. So it's a nice wide space to be able to do that. And depending on your shoes, you can actually fit shoes underneath. So I have quite a bit of shoes. So it's all working out nicely for me when it comes to my shoes. We are going to get a nice chair for Chet for her little makeup table. So, okay, I'm going to conclude with the closet, and we'll just kind of walk into the bathroom now. Come on in. Haven't done much to the bathroom, but it is gray. It's the same theme, guys, just like I explained. It's the trendy thing to do now is to keep your house one color. And then you bring in other colors with things that you place around the house. We still have to get trees. We still have to get other little fixtures to sit on window sills and on tables. So we'll bring the color in with pictures and things like that. But the bathroom is what it is. What we've decided to do is utilize this side of the space to store towels, sheets, and just the extra supplies that we need to keep ourselves groomed and smelling good and healthy. Okay. And you already had a sprayer in here, so that was not needed to be added. But we just added this nice mirror here because there was no mirror here. And that's pretty much it, what we've done here. I can't see or think of anything else. It's looking good, it's usable, it's all workable. We're having a great time with the house, believe me. Let's take a walk. Let's finish the tour up. Here we are back in the living room. Nice and cool, and air conditioner's really doing its job, especially with the ceiling fan coming as well. Very nice. So, that's the tour of the house. I'm glad you was able to see it, Esmeralda. As I said, we still have some things that are in the works. We still have some accent pieces to put in, some flowers to make it really feel homey. But right now, I'm gonna tell you, we are really enjoying the house. You have a beautiful house. And it was just very easy for me to figure all of this out and say, hey, this is like a blank canvas. It's very easy to decorate. You have so much space, we were able to get a very large living room set up in here. And it's just wonderful. What else can I tell you? Thanks for watching the video. We appreciate it. Make sure you take a piece of candy on the way out. And we'll talk to you very soon. Next time. Bye, guys.